Everyone, this is Jayant Mahajan, Assistant Professor, ITM College, Dehradun. Today I am going to discuss a subject which is known as international business. We will cover two topics, WTO and IMF. So let's start. First of all, what is WTO? The full form is World Trade Organization. It means this organization is responsible for the trade which is going on around the world among various countries. So that is taken care by WTO. So it was an intergovernmental organization which is concerned with the regulation of international trade between various countries. And WTO was started on 1st January 1995 and 123 nations signed in the agreement. Therefore, WTO replaced GATT, that is GATT, General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. So GATT was replaced by WTO. And one more thing about WTO is it is the largest international economic organization in the world. Now, what are the main objectives of WTO? As an organization such as WTO, which is taking care of world trade, it must be having at least 100 different objectives. But the main objectives of WTO are first, to raise the standard of living of people, promoting full employment, and utilizing the world's resources optimally. So, one objective of WTO is that how to utilize the resources available to various countries, how to increase production and trade around the world, and how to increase employment of people, plus how to increase the standard of living of people. So WTO basically takes care of international trade so that ultimately the standard of living of people will be increased. Now, second objective is all countries are not developed. There are many countries which are developing or less developed countries. So WTO ensures that these less developed countries also get a share of growth in the world trade. They should not lag behind. Now, next objective of WTO is that sustainable development. Sustainable development means development of all, not the development of certain countries. So sustainable development means all the countries, whether they are developed or developing, it doesn't matter, all the countries must grow. That is sustainable development, and that is the objective of WTO. Now, there are some functions of WTO which are as follows. Every country has its own trade policy, but the framework for that trade policy is set by WTO, and every country creates economic policies for the country according to the guidelines or framework given by WTO. Next function, every country has a different trade policy. So it is the objective, it is the function of WTO to review the various trade policies by various countries. Also, WTO has a responsibility to provide technical cooperation to developing countries so that they can also grow along with developed countries. Also, WTO has set up a forum. The objective of this forum is to address trade related disputes. If there are two countries and those two countries are involved in some kind of trade, so if any dispute occurs, so in that case the forum created by WTO will address those disputes. The next function of WTO is to reduce the barriers to international trade so that every country can export to every other country in the world. There should be no barriers. So that is the function of WTO. There are some other functions of WTO such as to facilitate the implementation, administration and operation of agreements. The agreements which are created by various countries. So WTO facilitates its implementation. Then the WTO also cooperates with other institutions such as IMF and World Bank to make global economic policies. So it is the role of WTO to help International Monetary Fund or World Bank on how to make economic policies on a global scale. Next function is the to in order to ensure that there is some kind of transparency of trade policies. If trade policies are created between two countries, then there should be a transparency for both the countries, and that transparency is ensured by WTO. Also, WTO conducts economic research and analysis so that it can come up with various measures in order to increase world trade. Now, there is one organization which is known as International Monetary Fund (IMF). This organization is also involved in international trade. Now, IMF was an organization and 189 countries created IMF. The main function of IMF was to make sustainable growth. It means growth for all, and to reduce poverty around the world. So IMF, the main role of IMF is to increase the trade done by developing countries, and in this way the IMF ensures that poverty is decreased in those less developing countries. Now there are some functions of IMF. First of all, surveillance over members' economic policies. As I told you that all the countries create their own economic policies, but IMF has to ensure that those policies must be consistent with the objectives of International Monetary Fund. So in this way, the IMF ensures that all the economic policies created by various countries must be for the benefit for all. Then financing temporary balance of payments needs. Now in this, there are certain countries such as any developing country which exports less and imports more. So a deficit is created because of that balance of payment, because that developing country is exporting less and importing more. So because of this deficit which is faced by various developing countries, so in this case financing is done by IMF to those developing countries so that they can improve their balance of payments condition. Now IMF provides concessional loans. It means at an interest rate which is less than other banks or financial institutions. So IMF provides concessional loans to low income member countries to help support those countries to eradicate poverty. It means if there are 189 countries in IMF, and many of them would be developing countries, and those developing countries must be facing some kind of poverty. It means that developing country has low income. So in this case, IMF provides loans with a concession on the interest rate to these low income member countries so that they can also grow. Also, IMF has a function to endorse a country's economic policy. So if IMF endorses or supports a country's economic policy, then that country can easily get loan from other people. It means there is a developing country which is not getting loan from any other country, but if the IMF endorse the economic policy of that particular country, then it would be easy for that country to take international loan. Now, IMF also functions to strengthen the international monetary system. Therefore, IMF has created a forum, and the basic function of that forum is the consultation and collaboration on international financial matters. So, IMF has created a forum. Many countries are in that forum. So, in this way, many member countries are given advices on various financial matters using the forum which is created by the IMF. Now, one more function is building capacity through technical assistance and training. So, technical assistance and training, these are the things which are provided by IMF to various member countries, or to those member countries which are less developing or less developed. So, if IMF provides technical assistance, training, finance, etc., to these less developed or developing countries, then those developing countries would be having a chance to expand and to export. So, this type of technical assistance, training, and finance is provided by IMF, especially to those member countries which are less developed or developing. Thank you.